Welcome to Kids Film Review Episode 2.
Yay.
Very enthusiastic, Shona. Today we're going to be reviewing Robin Hood from Disney. It was released in 1973.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the best Disney classic animated films. So.
Yeah, we've chosen it because it was my favourite film when I was little. And, well, my favourite Disney film at least.
Yeah, and it was my favourite Disney film when I was little. Not that I got to watch many films when I was little, but this one was one of my favourite.
And it's at present is Karis's favourite film, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's funny because it's her favourite film. You know, we didn't say, oh, this was our favourite film.
No.
It's not like she's copying us, but it is her favourite film. So, well, let's see what Karis has to say about the film, how she describes it, and we'll see a little clip from Seren as well. Here you go.
I'm just singing.
Yes, you are, aren't you?
On that microphone.
Sit back there a bit. Okay, Karis, can you tell me what film this is?
Puppy the little dog, like a two sparrows, and the day.
Is that the song from Robin Hood?
Yes. Very short.
Robin
Very
Hood? Robin Hood?
That's very short. Not naughty stuff. People try to cut his neck off. His head.
They try and cut Robin Hood's head off?
No.
Okay.
Not
And
naughty boy.
what does he do? What does Robin Hood do to get away?
He got a string up here. Yes, and don't do the and he run to the boy, that princess. That me.
That's you?
Yeah.
So can you tell me about the princess?
Yes, her get married.
She got married?
Yes.
And who does she get married to?
To that Nussel socks.
Who's this?
Ha!
Fox?
Yeah.
So what's your favourite part of the film?
I don't like violence in films.
You don't like fighting in films?
No.
What part of the film is your favourite bit then? Who's that?
And there you can see Seren referring to the character Hiss,
Hiss? Yeah.
the snake.
And what was that about Karis saying about she doesn't like violence in films?
she doesn't, does she? But
No, not really.
I'm not quite sure where she's got that from.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about this film is that there's no real violence. I mean, it's barely even cartoon violent. You never really get to see anyone get hurt at all. And when someone gets shot with an arrow, if they can run fast enough, they can actually outrun the arrow, which is quite handy.
Yeah, and there's quite a lot of comedy with the arrows and shooting.
Yes. So, what's the story, Shona?
The story is the basic Robin Hood story, I would think. It's just a happy, fluffy version of that story.
Yeah.
But, you know, the typical maid marrying Robin Hood. All the characters are in there. Friar Tuck, Little John.
Yeah, they went with the Prince John version of the film this time,
Yes,
didn't they?
rather than the nasty Nottingham sheriff. I mean,
Sheriff of Nottingham.
he does fit in it, but he's not the only baddie. There's Prince John and the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah, and also there's Hiss.
And there's
who
Hiss.
is a sidekick, obviously.
Well, he's sort of the intelligent character, isn't he, to a certain extent?
Prince John should really listen to him more.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's as we're getting onto the characters here. So, if you've ever seen the film, and you probably know that all the characters are different animals, apart from obviously Maid Marian and Robin Hood, because that would make the relationship a bit difficult if they were different animals. But
there's lots of bunnies too.
There's lots of bunnies, yeah, but they're all bunnies together. And I think that's brilliant because just looking at the animal, you know that the kind of characteristics that animal represents, and that brings over into the film. So
yeah, I mean, we could make a slight comment about the fact it's set in England, and yet there's quite a lot of North American animals there, like
but that's because it's a folk singer. It's a folk singer's story, isn't it? So that's the framing mechanism. Yeah, the cockerel sings American kind of folky songs, country songs. I also think the vultures get a bad rap as well. You know.
Well, and the wolves.
And
too.
the wolves, yeah.
All the nice characters are like soft little bunny rabbits and turtles and
cuddly bears.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so that's the characters. What about the themes? What are the themes of this film, do you think?
Love, because there's the line in it that says "Love conquers all." I think that's near the end, isn't it?
Yeah, well, quite a few times.
Yeah, and taxes. and corruption too.
The big theme of this film seems to be like taxes are bad, or oppressive corruption taxes are bad, and robbing's okay if you're being taxed too much. I think it's the main thrust of the film. So.
Yeah, but I remember when I was a child, I was get sad when all of the town was put into the prison. You see.
Yeah.
And it made me think how horrible and nasty the Prince John was, but then it was happy at the end.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a good way of getting those points across to children.
And taxes are always represented by, piles of money, and they go, taxes, taxes!
And if you have watched many Disney films from then, you might recognise some of the voices. Quite a few of the voices in Robin Hood are also in Aristocats.
Aristocats, not aristocrats.
Yeah.
Don't get that for your children. Do not get aristocrats for your children. Aristocats.
No, anyway, yeah, quite a lot of the films, quite a lot of the voices in Robin Hood are also in other films like Aristocats and Lady and the Tramp and Jungle Book, definitely.
Jungle Book, yeah.
Little John and Baloo are the same voice, I believe.
Yes. Yeah. At this point, normally in a film, we would point out the bad bits in the film. But to be honest, I don't think there's any real bad bits in this film. Obviously, the animation is a bit clunky, and the sound design is a bit
The beginning
dated.
is still boring. It's still one of the let's have all the credits at the beginning. That's the only negative bit, I would say.
After your child's watched this a few times, as soon as the film starts, just click next chapter, and it skips you forward to when the story actually starts.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, see.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. And the only other bad thing, I think one joke is spoilt in this when Maid Marian opens her door and there's a picture, the reward poster of Robin Hood behind her on the inside of a wardrobe, and she's, oh, he's so handsome, look at his reward poster. That joke is slightly spoilt because we've already heard...
I think you're reading a bit much into the film.
No, but if you're going to have a joke like that, which is a funny joke, you don't...
I think...
This is the only thing I can think of to say about this
It's
film
not
is that
negative enough
one
even to
joke
mention.
has... All right, then. Forget it, I'm being pernickety. Okay, then, so before we get on to say what rating we give this this film, let's have a look at what Karis and Seren have to say about it. Would you watch it every day?
Yes.
Yes, every day film. Do you like that film, Seren?
I don't want that.
You want to watch it again?
Yeah.
Is it good or very, very, very good?
Very good.
Okay then.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop it.
Thank you, Karis. That was very good.
Baba Mia, the little dad. Baba, how nearly missed her.
And there you have it. They like to watch it over and over again.
Yeah, we watched that yesterday. I filmed that clip today, and they were already wanting to watch this film again. So it's
Yes, and I mean, generally it is, if we ask what film they want to watch, that's what, or indeed if they just say they want to watch a film, it's usually Robin Hood that is asked for, isn't it?
Robin Hood. So, your star rating, Shona?
5, definitely.
5 out of 5. 5 out of 5, which means under our little rating here, 5 means you should buy it, you should have it on your shelf, and you should watch it as a family together.
At least once a month.
Once a month, yes, it is that good. So, also at this bit, we're going to do if you like this film or films like this. So if you like this film, you should also maybe check out
Aristocats.
Aristocats.
Yeah, or and Jungle Book too. Jungle Book is very similar because I think a good point about this film is it is suitable for boys and girls. It's not too girly and it's not too boyish, and I think you can say the same about Jungle Book and Aristocats as well.
Yeah. And another one which has a medieval feel to it is also Sword in the Stone.
Oh yes, Sword in the Stone is yes. Some of the voices are the same in that as well.
Yeah.
Same era, same time.
I mean, these are all Disney films. We're not only reviewing Disney films on this podcast. So next film that we're going to review on the next episode, episode 3, is going to be a Miyazaki film, Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, good film.
Good film, yeah. This is one... No, I'm not going to spoil it now. Anyway, check that out and we'll review that next week.
Great.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah.
That's the end of Kids Film Review episode 2. Thanks for watching.
Bye.